Seattle Mariners take the field today. As they do, let's check out the San Diego Padres starting lineup. It is brought to you by Toyota. John Jay will lead it off in center field with Will Myers at first base. Matt Kemp is in right field, batting third with Yangervis Solarte at second. Melvin Upton Jr. in left with Brett Wallace at third base. Christian Bethancourt gets to be the DH today, of course under American League rules here in this American League ballpark. Derek Norris doing the catching, batting eighth, and Alexei Ramirez at shortstop bats out of the 9th spot.
And on the hill for the Mariners, 28-year-old Nathan Carnes. This right-hander is having himself a pretty nice year, but trouble going deep into the game. What I mean by that is into the 7th and possibly maybe into the 8th, so we'll keep an eye on that. He's got a good fastball, mid-90s, a good curveball. That's been working for him as well, and he'll mix in a changeup every now and then.
Now defensively in behind Nathan Carnes from left to right across the outfield, it is Seth Smith, Nori Aoki, Nelson Cruz. Around the infield, third to first, Kyle Seager, Sean O'Malley, Robinson Cano, Daeho Lee, and doing the catching is Chris Iannetta for Nathan Carnes. Mariners defense brought to you by Renovation Realty.
Don, you know what's great about this game of baseball? The Minnesota Twins come into town here and they sweep the Mariners. The Twins not having a good year. The Mariners in first place, give and take, back and forth. Game and a half game, whatever the case may be. But they come in and sweep the Mariners. How do you figure?
Yeah, it was definitely surprising for Scott Servais, who did not see that coming. As right now the Padres ready to get it started, and John Jay headed here to get it going. As the Padres on the road here for the last 2 games of this lengthy road trip now for the Padres.
And going into today's game, the Mariners a half a game out in that American League Western Division.
They've been in first place largely during the course of the year, and just sliding out of first place with the Rangers taking over the top spot. Carnes ready to work here to John Jay. The first pitch of the day. It's a swing and a miss for strike one, and we are underway. John Jay starting the day at 282, 2 home runs and 16 runs batted in. And that is slap foul off to the left into the seats.
Well, I can tell you one thing already. I've never shook the hand or met Nathan Carnes, but I can tell you if I'm a betting guy, he is not a superstitious man. He wears number 13. I think that tells you a lot about a guy. Throws superstitions out the window.
He's jumped ahead here 0-2. And another foul off to the left by John Jay. Well, the umpire crew today, Mark Rippinger. At the plate today, calling the balls and strikes with Kerwin Danley at first base. Joe West, crew chief at second, and Ramon DeJesus. He is the umpire at third. Beautiful day here today in Seattle. And there is strike 3. Jay Dewitt takes with him the first K of the day for Carnes.
Well, we saw every pitch out of the arsenal from Carnes except with the changeup. That's the 2-seamer with movement in and straightens John Jay right up. A good start for the right-hander.
So one down here in the first inning brings up Will Myers. Who had some forearm trouble in the middle of this trip, missing a couple of games. The end of the San Francisco Giants series. As Myers takes a fastball running in. Carnes 94-95. And off to a great start. You mentioned the numbers for him, coming in 4-1 individually to his 10th start for Seattle. 3.53 ERA. Was in a strike there to Myers, and evens it count at 1-1. Myers 0 for 4 yesterday, but did have an RBI. Swings over the top of that.
May have been a changeup because it registered at 89, so the differential, that's one thing we'll have to keep a look on for Carnes. The differential between the changeup and his fastball. Here comes the old number 2, Uncle Charlie, curveball.
And it's chopped by the mound softly towards Cano at second base, and he won't be able to make the play. Well, Myers able to beat it out, reaching here in the first inning with 1 down. And it is a base hit for Will Myers. Not hit terribly hard, and it helped out.
And a very makeable play for Robinson Cano. That was on the big hop. He had plenty of time to bare hand that one, just could not find the handle. Thinking by looking at Robinson Cano, he's telling himself, I should have made that play.
So 1 out, 1 on brings up Matt Kemp. Kemp, who had home runs in each of the first 2 games of the series at Arizona against the Diamondbacks. Yesterday, a quiet day for Kemp. Ended up going 0 for 4 yesterday. Fastball buzzes him inside. 7 for 26 on the road trip is Kemp with 2 home runs. We're all 12 home runs on the year for Kemp. 32 runs driven in. This beautiful ballpark, Safeco Field in Seattle. First and back to the bag is Myers.
Don, I've spent a lot of time up here, and I'll tell you what, when I walked out of the hotel this morning and saw this day that we're about to experience, this is beautiful. Unbelievable.
Absolutely beautiful.
Well, I'm kind of biased because I love this town. I love everything about it. The ballpark, the people, the downtown, the venue. It's man.
With a swing and a miss.
There's one problem though in this town. Where in the heck can you find a decent cup of coffee?
Well, you are a coffee guy, and that's why you probably really love this town.
Oh, it's great. It'd be better for a Padre win in Game 1 of the series.
And the Padres were 1-3 last year against the Seattle Mariners team, their natural rival as interleague works out. Kemp will sky this to center. Aoki back there shy of the track to pull it in. Second out of this first inning as Matt Kemp is retired. They'll bring up Yangervis Solarte. And Yangervis' return has really been pretty good.
Energetic. It's infectious. I really believe that. And I've played with guys, and it doesn't matter what level, high school, Pony League, Colt League, whatever. You have that one guy on the team who's energetic, it rubs off on everybody else.
Brings a certain energy to the clubhouse and to the dugout. And certainly what he's done offensively has been very good as well. Myers with a start and a stop. Now a throw that's going to be sailed over the first baseman's head down the right field line as Myers will round second base. Myers started and stopped like he was going to steal, but then just stopped and was caught in no man's land. A good throw by Iannetta, and he would be out at first base, but it is an errant throw by Iannetta.
And I'm wondering, it looked like Will could have got third base. I don't know whether he picked up Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach. Let's take a look. Start and stop. Throw. Uh-oh. I'm done. Nope. Got to go. Now does he ever pick up Glenn Hoffman? No, he doesn't. He never picks him up. I thought he had a chance of making the third base.
In scoring position now with Solarte waiting on an 0-1. And that pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. Solarte at .311, 3 homers and 12 runs batted in. Shifting on him on the right side. And they play for him to pull in the outfield as well. 0-2 pitch. And Solarte carves it foul back to the screen. And Felix Hernandez. This 4-game series, they will face him. It'll be the first game of the 2 games played at Petco Park in this home and home series against the Seattle Mariners. I think Felix 4-4 with a 2.86 earned run average. Will be matched up against Christian Friedrich, scheduled to get that start for San Diego. The 2 pitch coming here to Solarte. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. He strikes out. And the Padres leave Myers at second base. Coming up are the Mariners from Seattle.
that have given up their life for us so that we could come here and play this wonderful game of baseball and given us a chance to live free at home. Thank you very much. It means the world.
Memorial Day in Seattle as fans here throughout the ballpark. Patriotic with flags everywhere in this ballpark today as we check out the Seattle Mariners starting 9. Aoki leads it off in center field. Seth Smith is in left. Robinson Cano at second base. Nelson Cruz in right field. Kyle Seager third base. Adam Lind having a good year, the DH. Daeho Lee at first base. Chris Iannetta does the catching, and Sean O'Malley is the shortstop for the Mariners. So Aoki, the former Kansas City Royal, stands in on the left side. And we'll take ball 1 from Andrew Kashner. Aoki at 250 with a home run, 8 runs batted in, leading it off here for the Mariners. And Seth Smith waiting on deck, and he punched at that for a strike, 1-1.
Kind of a slap hitter, Aoki. Not really one way to play him because you don't know whether he's going to cheat on a fastball in and spin on it. You don't know whether he's going to just fillet one down that left field line, shallow in the outfield, and play him to go the other way just a little bit.
On the ground first base, Myers has got it. He'll take it himself to the bag for out number 1.
The Conroe Comet from Texas, the right-hander Andrew Kashner making his start today in Seattle. He is winless on the road. So how about a victory today for Andrew? His scouting report, he's got to be aggressive with all of his pitches. And that wipeout slider, he's got a good one. I think his changeup is a darn good pitch as well. Let's see if he utilizes that today.
Second start for him since coming off the disabled list. As going into the shift on the right side are the Padres here for Seth Smith, the former Padre. 42 games this year. He's got 4 home runs. Certainly got some good power to Seth Smith. So the shift for him there on the right side. Outfield playing for him to go the other way with John Jay in left center. Runs outside, and it's 2-0. We'll talk about Robinson Cano. Waits on deck. Kind of a disappointing year for him last year here in Seattle, but back to being the Robinson Cano that we remember. Not to mention the fact that he's got very good protection around him now.
Oh, yeah.
As Nelly Cruz in behind him.
He should be coming to the ballpark each and every day thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to see some good pitches to hit.
Yep.
It's like when Rich Aurelia hit in front of Barry Bonds with the Giants all those years. And Rich told me, I'm not going to lie to you, I'm the luckiest guy on the face of the earth going Lou Gehrig on me. To have Barry Bonds, I'm going to get some good hits or some good pitches to hit.
There's Cano waiting on deck. He's been right around 300. Hitting at 297 right now. And Smith sends this towards right center field and the gap. Over to cut it off is Kemp on the backhand. Smith heading for second base. Throw headed there too, but it'll be late. And it is a 1-out double for Seth Smith.
Well, Seth Smith, yeah, he'll turn on one. If he gets a pitcher's count or a hitter's count, he'll get extended as well. Looking at that pitch the second time around, it looked like it was off the outside corner a little bit, but great extension and coverage by Seth for that double.
So 1 down, Smith in scoring position now, and it brings up Robinson Cano. We got the tough 3-4 here for the Mariners. Cano and then Cruz. 15 home runs already in the year for Robinson Cano, along with 44 RBIs. Such a pretty swing he has, Robinson Cano.
I think one of the benefits for Robinson Cano is having Edgar Martinez as the hitting coach. I mean, last year from June on, Robinson Cano put up great numbers. And remember, Cano used to have that big leg kick. There's Edgar, one of the best around. Little number 11. Third baseman DH through his career with the Mariners. And it's more of a glide now rather than a big leg kick, and that's one thing Edgar Martinez has worked on with Robinson.
Robinson last year ending up with 21 home runs.
He's more on his backside, more weight on the backside, staying back, using the whole field. I mean, let's not forget this guy is a career .307 hitter in the big leagues.
Most home runs he ever hit in a year, 2010. As you remember, the Yankees hit 29 home runs. You're right, always hitting for average. No question about that. He'll take the strike on the outside corner.
Did you see the leg kick, though? It's not as pronounced
as
it used to be.
It's a lot quieter.
More of a glide.
Cashner into his 9th start of the year. Coming in at 2-4, as you mentioned, still looking for that first road win. And his 2nd start since coming off the DL, the hamstring problem. Grounder right side, and Solarte dives from one knee. The throw in time to get Cano. So his counterpart at second base throws him out. Nice play by Solarte as Smith takes 3rd.
That is a big league play by Solarte. He saves a run. First pitch, he's going soft on him with the curveball. Little slider down and in, so no fastballs yet. There's a heater. He got the call on that one. So the 2-1. He tries to extend, and a nice play by Yangervis Solarte, saving a run and getting one of the hottest hitters right now, Robinson Cano.
Now 2 down. Smith is at third base, 90 feet away, and it brings up Nelson Cruz. And Cruz will take strike 1.
I like the first pitch slider. Had a nice bite to it. Good first pitch strike.
284, 10 homers, 32 runs batted in. And he'll take the strike. 95 that time. Back to the fastball for Cashner. Last year, Nelson Cruz hitting at .302. 44 home runs, 2nd in the majors, 93 RBIs. Played 152 games a year ago, and Cruz now backs out. He'll take a practice swing.
Well, he shook off a 2-seamer in, then a 2-seamer away. The old 2-seamer away.
Too far away and down.
Andrew Cashner's got to be locked in. He's wearing the camo. Look at the San Diego camo, the camo hat. He wants to go out and get something. He's hunting Mariners today.
1-2 pitch. A little bit low, and it's 2-2 now to Nelson Cruz. Can't make a mistake with this guy.
No. Doesn't mean you can't throw him a slider. It just cannot be in the zone to speed up that bat. You can get hurt.
Center fielder John Jay into right center field. And a grounder back to Cashner. Nicely fielded. He is thrown to first in time, and he gets out of the jam. Seth Smith is left at third. We are scoreless through 1 from Seattle.
I'm not a big DH fan. I've DH'd a few games, only when I was coming back from the DL. But my true belief is if you can't put a glove on, then you shouldn't be playing the game. That's my belief. So I know someday they'll probably have DHs in both leagues, but I hope it doesn't. I hope it goes back to the other way, because that's the way the game is meant to be played.
Well, Christian Bethancourt took a double take when he walked into the clubhouse today to see that he was going to be today's DH. He said it's a great honor and that he takes it very seriously. And he also said he's going to spend some extra time in the cages just to prepare for today. Guys?
All right, Julie, thanks very much. Yeah, very different when all you're worrying about is hitting, being the DH. It's a different role. Some guys like it, some guys don't. Ground ball off the bat of Upton, and diving is O'Malley, can't get it. It's into left center field. And Melvin Upton Jr. has got himself a leadoff hit to begin the second inning.
Well, even though it's a ground ball off the bat of Melvin Upton Jr., he hits his ball sharply. You can hear that. And just out of the reach of Seager, playing him to pull a little bit. So in essence, Melvin Upton Jr. kind of beats the shift a little bit with that sharp ground ball. You know, Mark McGuire makes a pretty good point when he says wearing a glove.
Yes.
I mean, traditionalist baseball, absolutely. I can see that, but I can also see the game of baseball leaning towards going towards DH.
I get it. I did baseball for a number of years in the American League, and you get used to that DH. But from a strategy standpoint and a baseball standpoint, it is so much more fun in the National League with things that can go on. And Andy Green was asked about that before the game. What changes do you make now? Well, really very few, because there's very few changes you can make, with the exception of the pinch hitter here, or when you're going to take your pitcher out. But as far as worrying about your pitcher coming up and having to do double switches and everything else, I mean, it really takes away some of the strategy. It's a different game. No pitch is a swing and a miss.
I think, and I've mentioned this before, during interleague games, I think they should swap the rules. I think today the pitcher should be hitting to give the American League City fans an idea of what it's like. When the Mariners come to Petco, have the DH. You got to play that many games anyway, right? 2 and 2.
Yep. Throw to first, and back to the bag is Melvin Upton Jr. Leadoff single here, second hit of the day for San Diego off Nathan Carnes. Hitting his 10th start of the year, 4-1, 3.53 ERA, and a shift on here, but they keep it tight to the infield with the double play possibilities. There goes Upton. The pitch is low and inside. The throw is not going to be in time. Stolen base for Melvin Upton. Iannetta unable to throw him out, and it appeared that Upton really kind of stole out on Carnes.
Yeah, big leg kick and decent throw from Iannetta, but in the speed of Upton Jr., that equates to a stolen base, a man in scoring position.
Upton with the stolen base in scoring position with nobody out, and Brett Wallace getting another start at third base today. And in the count, 3-1. On the outside corner for a strike, and that has been called a strike so far today.
Yeah, that portion of the plate of the strike zone is starting to swell a little bit. And if you're a pitcher, you can control all your pitches. Yeah, you're going to go right back out there and get that call.
Rippinger has a play today, calling the balls and strikes for the umpires. The off pitch coming up here to Brett Wallace. And a grounder left side, as O'Malley's going to come back to the left side, and his throw is in time to get Wallace. On to third goes Melvin Upton Jr. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
Contain, Cano, and Cruz. And you know what? Andrew Kasher has done just that. 4-3 play by Solarte, erasing Cano, and Nelson Cruz the old 1-3. So they are 0-4. And first three, quick three for Cashner. And hopefully that leads to a first victory on the road for Andrew on this Memorial Day.
And one down. Upton at third base brings up Christian Bethancourt, the DH for the Padres. American League rules here. Bethancourt in the starting lineup as the DH. 4 homers, 10 RBIs for Bethancourt, who will line this off the glove of Cano into center field. From third base comes Upton, and the Padres take a 1-0 lead. So San Diego striking first. Christian Bethancourt, the DH today, drives in the run.
Well, Julie Alexandria mentioned that he came to the clubhouse. He was flummoxed. He didn't know what to think. One thing for sure, he's taken it very seriously, and he pays off right there. All rise. Bethancourt is now in session.
1 out, 1 on, and Derek Norris stands into the right side.
Christian Bethancourt with a big league knock and driving in a run.
Of course, Derek Norris formerly playing in the American League West. The Oakland Athletics, and coming in on a regular basis to Seattle. 182 average this year with the Padres. 5 homers and 10 runs batted in. And a flare out to right. Cruz coming in and on the run, trying to make it a double play as he fires towards first, but back in time safely is Bethancourt, with now 2 down in the inning. Not sure Cruz was going to get there initially in right field.
I thought the same thing. The ball just hung up there just enough. Now Cruz has got to throw on the run. Doesn't have to be on the fly. That's the main thing. You know, you can still bounce that ball in. Nice job by Cruz trying to get Bethancourt at first base.
So 2 down here in the second inning.
You know, that's a tough play for a runner, Don, because there's 1 out. If the ball drops, you're in no man's lane. It's a forced play at second base.
Yeah.
So it's really one tough decision to make.
Now Bethancourt was able to get back to the bag at first. Now he's taken off, pitches a strike, and the throw is going to be late. So 2 stolen bases in this inning for the Padres. First Upton, and now Bethancourt. So keeping the pressure on. First stolen base for Bethancourt.
Not a big lead, but aggressive out of the blocks and not even close. Stay on the bag. Sometimes that will have a tendency to come off the bag.
Ramirez grounds one towards third, backing up was Seager, plants and throws, and out is Ramirez to end the inning. But the Padres get the game's first run. San Diego takes a 1-0 lead. Christian Bethancourt, the Padres DH, drives it in. The Padres have taken a 1-0 lead over the Mariners. We head to the last of the second. Let's check out the defense. The Padres defense brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. Upton, Jay, and Kemp around the outfield. Wallace, Ramirez, Solarte, and Myers in the infield, with Derek Norris doing the catching for Andrew Kashner. Now Seager about to lead it off here for the M's. Adam Lind and Dae-Ho Lee featured as part of this bottom of the second inning. And a bunt bid with the shift on, fouled back to the screen. Seager at 261, 8 homers, 27 runs batted in. Shows bunt again and takes a strike. Cashner spryly off the mound to the third base side.
You know what, Andrew Cashner,
he's quick.
Pitcher slash third baseman. I mean, he's very athletic, and we've
Really
seen him cover his ground over there.
We saw him running around the bases too, and that's when he got hurt. Ended up with the hamstring problem. Got him onto the DL. But a great athlete, pretty quick for a big man. There's a liner foul. Andrew Cashner listed at 6'6", 235 pounds. That's a big man.
That's a keeper. I mean, he's no Jack Sikma, but I mean, he can box out, get a few rebounds.
Strike three call, and Seager is down by way of the K. First strikeout for Cashner.
Good way to start any inning, with a big out or a strikeout. And what pitch was it? The two-seamer? Oh yeah, front hip. Look at Seager. He's doing the moonwalk in the batter's box, and then he's doing the walk of shame back to the dugout after the punch out.
No one down here in the second inning. A Seattle Supersonics reference here in the second inning.
You know my favorite Sonic of all time is? By the way, it's ironic, OKC in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Sonics, I'm sure
people are happy about that.
Yeah,
here
a
in
lot
Seattle.
of people here are happy.
Yeah.
Detlef Schrempf, my favorite NBA player of all time, just because of his name.
One out here in the second inning, and it brings up Adam Lind. 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in.
I think it would be great if Seattle would get another NBA team and San Diego get an NBA team.
Yes.
How sweet would that be?
When did the Clippers leave? Do you remember?
I couldn't answer that. I'm sure Nick Canepa or some of our good scribes in San Diego could let us know. That's before my time.
Swing and a miss on an elevated pitch, and Cashner with back-to-back strikeouts here in the second inning.
That was a rocket out of the arm of Andrew Cashner.
Two down here in the second inning, 4 in a row, retired now by Cashner. Dae-Ho Lee, the first baseman. 254, 6 homers, 13 runs batted in. His first year here with the Mariners. Spent 2012 through 2015 playing in Japan. He'll take the strike over the outside corner, and it's now 1-2. He's got the first 11 years of his career in Korea. Starting at first base today for the Mariners. 1-2 pitch from Cashner. And he tried to pick up that outside corner, thought he had it. Started towards the dugout when he got the bad news from Mark Rippinger.
He's keeping it down, though, down and away.
Sail foul off to the right, out of play. But today's game is presented by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. Two balls, 2 strikes to Dae-Ho Lee. Cashner with strikeouts of Seager and Lind to begin the inning. Now a ground ball at Solarte. on to first for out number 3. Cashner enjoys a 1-2-3 second. The Padres enjoy a 1-0 lead. Brought to you by Geico. The 1992 All-Star Game played in our own backyard at Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego. And Seattle's Ken Griffey Jr. stole the show, going 3 for 3, getting a home run off Cubs' Greg Maddux. Griffey was named MVP as the American League won the game 13-6. One of the great players of all time.
Probably top 2 or 3 greatest players that I had the honor of playing with. Tony Gwynn, Ken Griffey Jr. right up there. My goodness, was he fun to watch.
Both defensively and offensively, just everything he did well.
He was put on this earth to do just that, as Mr. Padre himself, number 19 Tony Gwynn, was put on this earth to be the hitter he was and the human being he was. And as we mentioned, the Tony Gwynn legacy travels well, will live on forever. We see it everywhere we go.
What kind of teammate was Ken Griffey Jr.?
Fun-loving. You could razz him as much as the day is long. Get on him. I mean, you get it right back. But it was fun to get on him.
John Jay striking out for the 2nd time today. It's a 3rd K now for Carnes of the day. 1 down. Let's get to know the Hall of Fame inductee, Ken Griffey Jr. and his ranks throughout the years and his numbers throughout the years from '89 to 2010.
He could have hit anywhere, but hitting in the Kingdome really was, I mean, it just was a smaller venue for him to just pad the numbers. But like I said, he could have played in a pitcher's ballpark and still put up the numbers. I think he was that good.
Came back here to Seattle, finishing it up. The end of his Hall of Fame career.
One of the prettiest swings ever.
There's a ground ball off the bat of Myers into left center field, and Will Myers now 2 for 2 in the day. The Padres have 4 hits and Myers has 2.
On that curveball, Will Myers not trying to pull the baseball, staying on it nicely and recognizing that high breaking ball. A lot of guys will see that big hanging pitch and try to come out of your shoes and send it over the over to Quest Field. And he stayed on that nicely.
1 out, 1 on. It brings up Matt Kemp. And flying out to center field. Back in the 1st inning, here's a quick check on Myers diving back to the bag. Home to the Seattle Seahawks across the street here from Safeco Field.
I want to correct myself. Century Link field.
It was at one time, though.
It
Quest
was
Field, right?
once, yes. So I apologize to the Century Link people.
Remember the 12th man.
And give a free plug to Quest. If they are still in existence. Who knows?
Big crowd advantage here for the Seahawks.
Yeah. Mark Sweeney's going nuts right about now. Big Seahawk fan, Mark Sweeney.
He's part of the 12th man.
Oh, he'll let you know about it, too.
Oh, really?
Loves the Sea Chickens. See if Matt Kemp can fight something off and go the opposite way. Big hole with that shift. 3 Mariners on the left side of the infield. We've seen him punch the ball through there.
There for a strike. 93 miles an hour from Carnes.
I got Adam Carolla for Nathan Carnes.
For the first and back to the bag is Myers again.
That profile look.
Yeah. I got Telly Savalas for you.
Now I need a lollipop. You're going. That's a nice Kojak reference.
Yeah. Strike on the outside corner on the changeup.
Nice changeup from Carnes. We've seen the 2-seam fastball, mid-90s. We've seen the curveball. I like his changeup. Hey, as a pitcher, if you're going to pull the string, the changeup's a great pitch in a hitter's count. They're thinking number 1. You take a little bit off, works to your advantage.
They're stacking it up defensively on the left side here on Kemp. Diving back to the bag is Myers. What was your experience like here in Seattle?
Loved it. Loved it. The Kingdome stood where Century Link is now. And I was 10-minute walk. I lived in Chinatown here. Loved it. Loved it. I loved pitching at the Kingdome. For some reason, I put up decent numbers there. Everybody got scared pitching there, but I liked it. Loved everything about this city.
Strike 3 call. Kemp didn't like it at all. Fox Track says that it was a strike, but Kemp saying some things to Ripperger on the way by.
Yeah, the Fox Tracks has it as a strike. And when you look at Iannetta, sure, he has to reach across. He was set up inside, but Carnes gets the call. And judging by the Fox Tracks, it was a strike.
So 4 strikeouts now for Carnes. 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Solarte with a 5-game hitting streak, struck out in the 1st inning. Is one of the 4 Ks today for Carnes. They shift for him on the right side do the Mariners, and they have Cano duck back to the short lawn and right. Dart inside, 2-0. Solarte has primarily been batting in the cleanup spot since coming off the DL. And was pretty much going to be the everyday third baseman, it appeared, from what we saw during spring training. But now that he's back and Wallace having a chance to play and the need of a second baseman for the Padres, Solarte moves over to second base. He's been fulfilling that capacity since coming off the DL. There's Melvin Upton Jr. waiting on deck. 2 down, though, here in the 3rd inning.
Well, it gives you that left-handed bat in Wallace that has that one bullet to where he can put one out of the ballpark. We know that Solarte can put the ball out of the ballpark from both sides of the plate. That was apparent in Arizona.
Popped up foul off to the left, and green lighted there with Solarte. 3-0.
I love the green light 3-0. It's got to be right there, though.
Middle in. A little bit high, ball 4, and down to first base goes Solarte. First time he's been on base today, and the first walk allowed by Carnes. Well, you got this natural rivalry, which you'll have to explain to me when you get a chance, but here is the head-to-head all-time between the Padres and Mariners. Of course, now they share the Peoria Sports Complex during spring training. That sets up somewhat of a rivalry, I guess. But what else have you got as to why this is a natural rival? Well,
it's the Battle of the Vedder Cup. We know Eddie Vedder, the lead singer from Pearl Jam. He spent time in San Diego, went to high school in San Diego, and Pearl Jam being from Seattle. So there's a connection between San Diego and Seattle. So it's the Vedder Cup, and it's more hallowed than the Stanley Cup, than any other prize in sports.
More hallowed than the Stanley Cup.
Yes.
Is that what you just said?
I just said that. Yeah.
So 2 here in Seattle, and then 2 in San Diego.
It's riveting.
You tell these two teams just don't like each other.
They don't. There's going to be a fight in one of these 4 games.
You're calling it right now. You know what's amazing? This was the first year that I went to spring training where 2 clubs share a site.
Isn't it a great idea?
First of all, it's an outstanding idea, and a lot of teams do it who train in Arizona, obviously. There's a ground ball down the third baseline as Seager will go to second, and that'll be a force out to end the inning. We are through 2.5. Padres have a 1-0 lead.
There are no words to express to military men who serve, men and women who serve and give their lives so we can enjoy the freedom and the opportunity to come to the ballpark and do what we love to do every day. It's an unbelievable blessing for us.
Well, on this Memorial Day from Seattle, we head into the 3rd inning. 8-9-1 coming up here for the Mariners with San Diego on top 1-0. Very nice ceremony before the game, honoring a lot of veterans here in the Seattle area on the field. Both teams, of course, as well. Anthem performed today by Technical Sergeant Freddie Garza Jr., the United States Air Force Reserve. Cianetta, a Rhode Island native. Getting it off here now for the Seattle Mariners. Sean O'Malley and Nori Aoki to follow. Cashner so far pretty good. A couple of strikeouts in the 2nd inning. There's a liner down the left field line, foul. Just down ahead was Cianetta.
That'd be a nice trivia. Big leaguers from Rhode Island.
Not a lot.
Carlton Fisk is from Vermont or New Hampshire?
He grew up in New Hampshire but was born in Vermont. It's kind of tricky.
Yeah. So what do you go by, born or raised?
I think you got to go by born.
You got to go by born, yeah.
2-pitch. Slider that time down and away.
He's like one of the obscure ones that, Vermont. You don't hear about that too much.
I started talking about spring training.
Yes, Peoria.
And the two teams, of course, the Padres and the Mariners are both there. And I wondered, as a swing and a miss here for Ryan, that it becomes a third K for Cashner. I figured we'd see a lot of the Mariners around those first 2 weeks where it's just working out and you have just PFP and batting practice every day. But I thought, oh, we'll see the Mariners a ton. Do you know that the first 10 days of spring training, I did not see one Mariner person, one Mariner logo, one uniform, nothing. It's like they're not even there. It's incredible. I mean, they're on one part of the complex and we're on the other, and they never really until games start.
Yeah, the clubhouses are pretty well spread out.
Very much so.
So they've got one entrance on the other side, and then the Padres are on the other side of their complex. But you're right. You think you would be mingling with some Mariner folk.
I just thought like you'd kind of be on the first base side. They'd be on the third base side right there. But it's not. I mean, it's far away, and the fields are very separate. Until game started, didn't see anybody from Seattle. And I guess that's pretty much the case for the other teams as well. Works out great as a pop-up battling the sun is Ramirez, and he'll make the catch. Could not find it initially with the sunglasses on, but makes the catch for the second out here in the third inning. Time now for the Quicken Loans Rocket Arms. The Padres 427 strikeouts. Strikeouts by pitchers. Nationals on top of that list. 3 of them today for Andrew Cashner.
Hey, that's among our NBA themes. San Diego Rockets. Rocket Arms. San Diego Padres. Rockets were an NBA team briefly in San Diego.
Really?
Yeah.
Told last year the Clippers was the 83-84 season.
Yeah, Rockets were late 60s, early 70s. I don't see a 3 or 4 year span before they went to Houston.
Aoki grounded out to first base in the first inning. We're talking about Cashner's first 3 innings and how important they are here today. Pretty good through 2 2/3 right now.
I think he was listening to the scouting report, but he's working quickly, making some good pitches. Did a nice job against Cano and Cruz in the first. Ever so important, especially when you have those two guys coming up to the plate in that first inning. Thanks to the double for Seth Smith, Cruz got an at-bat.
Elevating and not chasing was Aoki. Cashner individually coming into this game 2-4. 9th start of the year for the big right-hander. And there's a strike called right at the knees as Aoki is headed to first base, but a called strike makes it a full count.
Two-seamer, I tell you, that's a great pitch. Knee high, a little bit of movement.
Fly ball center field. John Jay wandering back in the big center field to make the catch. That ends the inning. We're through 3 in Seattle. Padres have a 1-0 lead.
Field on this Memorial Day weekend. I'm here with Burke Waldron and Bill Bassett, two World War II veterans who served our country. And Burke, you had the opportunity to throw out the first ceremonial pitch today. What was that like?
It was so great. My first practice pitch about a week ago, I went about 20 feet, but I was able to make it almost a home plate today.
Now, I heard that when you were serving, you were a signalman in the Navy.
Yes.
So did that help you throw out the first pitch with your arms?
Not quite, but I did have a few games that we played on Saipan after we secured the island.
Wow. What position did you play?
That was in 45 when we made the invasion there, and I was in the Navy's first ground force unit. However, we had done one other invasion before that.
Well, thank you for your service. And it's wonderful to have you here today. And nice job throwing out that first pitch.
That surprised me.
You did great. You made it. And Bill Bassett, also World War II veteran and Army tech. Tell me about the significance of Memorial Day and how important it is to remember.
Well, you know, having served with all of these men and women during this terrible time of that war, it's a great honor to be representing them. And Memorial Day is our chance to reflect, and it's a good chance for us to meet these friends of ours, these new friends that we're meeting, because I've not met most of them before, and there are not very many of us left. And, you know, I'm 93, and most of them are in their middle 90s. And it's just a wonderful celebration, and to be on a Memorial Day and a wonderful, beautiful day like today in front of a baseball crowd that's waiting for something good to happen. And it's just it's a great experience for us.
Well, we appreciate your service. Obviously, two members of the greatest generation, and for good reason. Guys?
All right, thanks very much. How great is that?
Wow, I'm speechless. I mean, God bless those guys. My goodness, 93 years young.
They were on the field prior to the game. They both were, and here's some of them coming onto the field to get ready for the ceremony.
We'll never know. We'll never know what those men experienced and what they went through to get back home safely.
Makes me think of my late grandfather who served in World War II. Yeah. As Derek Norris bats, runner at first. Christian Bethancourt reaching on the infield hit. This one fouled down the right field line, out of play.
You know, I was talking to some friends today regarding Memorial Day, and I think there should be more of an education to our youngsters, that younger generation, to the true meaning of Memorial Day.
I agree.
Because I'll be quite honest with you, when I was growing up as a kid, I didn't know what it meant.
Nope, I didn't either.
And I wish somebody would have. And that's not saying my mom and dad didn't keep me in tune what was going on in the world, or what, you know, the significance of certain things, but it should be something that's drilled into the minds and of the younger generation to appreciate what it all means.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Bethancourt with a walking lead at first base. A stolen base in the second inning, and a swing and a miss here for Norris, kind of lunging at that pitch. Finds himself in the hole, 1-2.
You know, speaking of Christian Bethancourt, 2 hits. You know what that does for a kid's confidence? Came in the clubhouse today. He's DHing. He's already got 2 big league knocks. Padres have the lead. I mean, that does wonders for a kid's confidence.
Check on him. He kind of stumbled back to the bag, almost came off. Derek Brock, first base coach, will check on him over there as he came back awkwardly. Is awkwardly or
absolutely. You can add an LY, absolutely, yes, to an action. Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
So I used it correctly in a sentence too.
Yes.
Yep. There goes Bethancourt. The pitch is outside. The throw is going to be in time. Tag on the foot right before he got on it. Bethancourt, who stole a base in the second, this time is thrown out by Chris Iannetta.
Well, one thing here is the short hop. The second is a nice short hop for Cano covering. Boy, does he get his hand in the way there in the glove hand? As Bethancourt's spike goes right into the glove, and immediately Cano takes off his glove and kind of concerned about that glove hand, but nice pick at second base.
The base is now empty. Pitch had been a ball, so here's a 2-2 now. And we'll skip in for ball 3.
Yeah, adjectives and adverbs you can add an ly, so you're good to go.
Just put on
It's
an
like
ly.
it's like a guy does not go quick down the first base line. He goes quickly. Right. He runs quickly.
Swing and a miss, and Norris strikes on the breaking ball. 5 strikeouts now for Carnes. 3.5 done, 1-0 San Diego. To you by BMW Mini. That's close. BMW Mini. And Edgar Martinez's great career from 1987 through 2004 for 2,000 games, 2,247 hits, batting average at .312, 309 home runs, primarily a DH, which is part of the question as to whether or not Edgar Martinez should be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, great discussion there, and played with Edgar here in 1993, won the batting title that year, and just another fun guy to be around, worked very, very hard. Something that really stuck out in my mind, he used to take batting practice. You know the donuts you put on a bat?
Yep.
He would take batting practice with the donut on his bat.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Well, it obviously worked.
Yeah.
Worked for him. There's no doubt about that. As Seth Smith leads it off and takes a ball from Andrew Cashner. First 3 innings for Cashner, giving him just the 1 hit. And it was to Seth Smith. A double to right center field back in the first inning. A lot of people pointing to Edgar Martinez as the hitting coach for the reason that the Mariners are doing better this year.
Well, he knows a little bit about hitting, that's for sure. And he's not a, what's the word I'm looking for? He's very low key is what I'm trying to say. He's not a type A personality.
I would say you are a type A personality.
You think?
Yeah.
Not high maintenance though. I'm very simple. It doesn't take a lot to please me.
You're high maintenance. Do you think you're low maintenance? Is that?
No, it doesn't take a lot to please me.
Okay.
Oh, we're finding something out here.
2-1 is grounded foul outside of first.
I'm not a hotel snob.
No,
I don't care about travel. I just want to get to point B.
Yep, I agree with that.
Feel free to report anytime you want.
I'm gonna leave it. 2-2 pitch to Seth Smith.
Nice pitch.
Check swing. Did he go? No. Check with Ramon de Jesus down there at third base. What do you think, Bud?
Let's see if he went. Well, it's kind of tough from that angle, but I think he went.
I think he did too. Full count now to Seth Smith. Robinson Cano, Nelson Cruz to follow. Toughest part of this Mariners order. And a fly ball headed out towards center field pretty deep. Jay battling the sun out there. Calling and catching out number 1 of the 4th inning. Looked like that was going to be an adventure, but Jay seeing it into the glove. First out here in the 4th. It's time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
And we're going to focus on Robinson Cano. Boy, he's got some pop. There's a breaking ball, great plate coverage, and he'll send it on its way. Foul pole to foul pole, he's got that type of power. And remember last year, notice also the glide, not the big leg kick. Down and in, up and away. Any way you pitch this guy, if it's around the strike zone, he can do some damage. Remember last year he was hurt. He had double hernia surgery. Now he's good to go, and watch out for Robinson Cano.
One down here in the 4th inning. Robinson Cano grounding out to second base in the 1st.
And just by looking at the defense, they are telling Robinson Cano, hey, if you want to go that way, go right ahead. Heavy on the right side. John Jay on the shortstop side of second base. In center.
Cano was a member of the Yankees. A lot of times his swing and the way he approached hitting reminded people of Rod Carew.
Interesting.
For a strike, and it's 2-1, and Cano didn't think that was a strike at all. So he backs out. Two 1-2 Cano, and that will miss down low, missing on the changeup. 3-1. 9 in a row retired right now by Andrew Cashner so far.
Were you surprised when Cano signed with the Mariners back?
Yes.
Yeah, I was too.
Very much so.
A lot of people were.
There's a fly ball to shallow left. Upton coming in. Out goes Ramirez, and it'll be Upton. Takes charge, makes the catch out there, and all the outfielders dealing with the sunshine here today. 2 down.
Well, one of our keys of the game was to contain Cano and Nelson Cruz. Well, the last 2 at-bats, let's see how Andrew Cashner is going after Robinson Cano. Fastball away, tries to pull it. And tip your cap to Yangervis Solarte for the nice play. Saves a run on that play. How about the 2-seamer that he wanted away? It leaks in, but it gets in the kitchen. And a weak grounder off the bat. Nice pitches right there by Andrew Cashner.
2 down, 10 in a row. Retired by Cashner. Brings up Nelson Cruz, who was backing out. I'm not sure if he was asking for time. Apparently he was, and didn't get it from home plate umpire Mark Ripperger.
Yeah, that's his prerogative, the home plate umpire. He can go Bobby Brown on him. That's his prerogative.
2-0. It was his first time up, grounded back to Cashner. There's a strike.
No, Andrew is doing a good job of hitting the spots low. If he's going to miss, it's going to be in off the plate a little bit, but on the low side, which is good.
Very good control today. Dribbled back towards Cashner again. Calmly picks it up and throws to first base in time to get Cruz. 11 in a row retired by Cashner. 1-0 San Diego. Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Sign up for the new Padres Club Card today. By Jack in the Box, taste the Portobello Mushroom Buttery Jack before it's gone. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today. Back at Safeco Field in Seattle on this Memorial Day, as Alexei Ramirez will lead it off here for the Padres on top 1-0. Ramirez grounding out at third base in the second inning. And he'll take strike one. Ramirez, Jay, and Myers to bat in the fifth inning. Now for Cards, the first four innings have been great for him. It's a problem starting for him in the fifth, sixth, and seventh. Been a bit of an issue. This one dribbled down the third baseline. Seager goes on the run in time, just in time. Got him by a half a step at first base. Nice play there by Kyle Seager.
That's a very nice play. Not only getting to the baseball, but fielding it and then throwing on the run accurately to first base. And as a base runner, you're thinking, okay, if I bust out of the box, chances are I'm going to beat this out. But nope, you got to tip your cap to Seager. That's a nice play.
We get to see his brother on a regular basis with the Los Angeles Dodgers. One down here in the fifth brings up John Jay.
Alexei does not have blazing speed, so that works to the advantage of Seager making that play.
John Jay has had trouble today with Carnes, striking out looking in the first and swinging in the third.
You know, I like guys like Carnes, and I'll tell you why. How many people out there, how many pitchers out there really have that one pitch that's the oh my goodness gracious pitch? The 99-100, the split finger that's their go-to, the yacker that's just unhittable. He's pretty basic, but yet I think he's got a pretty good idea out there what to do. He's around the zone, he's got some movement, he's got the good curveball.
Line and caught, third base by Seager. Step to his left and making the lunging catch, 2 down.
Hey, hit him hard, hit him soft. Seager down there at third base is doing a fine job. I mean, off the bat, that ball's going to hook towards him or slice towards the third baseman. Slicing off the left-handed bat towards the glove side.
2 down here in the fifth inning brings up Will Myers. Had a good day, 2 for 2. Infield hit to second base, a single to center.
But you get what I'm saying about Carnes, though?
Yes.
He's pretty basic, but yet he's got a good idea. Yeah.
On the ground towards short, O'Malley comes in, gets the room service hop. Throw is high off the bag to make the tag, though. Is Lee came off to retrieve the throw and tags Myers on the way by. 4.5 done, 1-0 San Diego. In Seattle, the Padres on top of the Mariners 1-0 as we head into the last of the 5th inning. In honor of Memorial Day, Fox Sports Supports is proud to team up with the emerging vets and players dedicated to ensuring our nation's warriors can be productive off the field as they were on it by joining combat veterans with former athletes to form a common bond over dedication and teamwork. Visit foxsportssupports.com to learn more. Andrew Kashner on the mound here for the 5th inning, having retired the last 11 Seattle Mariners in a row. 3 strikeouts along the way. Kyle Seager, Adam Lind, and Dae-Ho Lee the bat here in the inning for the Mariners. Pitchers duel here today. On a beautiful day in Seattle. A lot of blue sky above here today, and of course the roof open. He's blowing from left to right across the outfield in this beautiful ballpark.
What a great shot right there. Absolutely gorgeous.
Loved it when they opened it, and still love it as much today.
And you know, when this top is closed, it's almost like a canopy, so you still get that outdoor feel.
It's like a little tent. Yeah, because the side is still wide open.
Right.
So it does not feel dome-like. I never had the chance to work inside the dome here across the street. No. Only worked at this ballpark. Good crowd on hand here today on this Memorial Day. 3-1 pitch fouled off to the left out of play. The Mariners were supposed to be very good last year. A lot of high expectations. Similar to the Padres, really, I think, last year.
Yep.
And did not work out for the Mariners. Now this year they have bounced back along the lines of what they had hoped for. Service enjoying his year here at the helm of the Mariners.
Played with Scott Service in Houston. You could tell that coaching / managing was going to be in his future.
Really?
Yeah. He was that type of guy. Knowing what everybody else was responsible for. Being a big league catcher.
So 49 games so far this year certainly made a difference for the Mariners. Coming in at 28-21, 7 games over 500, and they were 24-25 a year ago. Game under 500 at this particular juncture. Ball 4 down to first base goes Seager. That'll break up a string of 11 in a row retired by Kashner.
All right, now it's all about bouncing back. Let's see how Andrew Kashner bounces back after that walk there, trying to get a grounder here. Think grounder early. If you get to 2 strikes, yeah, a punch out would be nice. And Lind has grounded into 4 double plays this year. And the Mariners are pretty much middle of the pack when it comes to grounding in the double plays in the American League.
Very shifting on the right side. They bring Brent Wallace over to the right, so he may be part of a double play. We've seen that this year. Get used to it as time goes on, having to cover the bag at second.
They do that during batting practice as well. Take some grounders and work on the footwork around the bag.
And a strikeout victim in the second as he went swinging. 3 Ks today for Kashner. A strike right on that outside corner. Nicely placed at 93 miles an hour. Jerry Dipoto, now the president of baseball operations here for the Seattle Mariners. Of course, going from the Angels, where he had been, to Boston briefly in between, and then to Seattle. He's done a very nice job here so far. There's a ground ball, vacated left side, and it'll get into left. Stopping at second base is Seager.
You know, the one thing I noticed on that whole play, as soon as that ball was hit to the left side, the Padres are playing the shift. Andrew Kashner was immediately going over to cover third base. Remember the other day when there was nobody covering?
Yep.
And the runner took the third?
Lesson learned.
It's right. Watch Andrew. This ball is hit. He's wandering over towards there. Then he starts to run. As soon as that ball hits the outfield grass, Andrew is covering third base because of the shift.
2 on, nobody out, and Dae-Ho Lee coming up. Walking a single to start this bottom of the 5th inning for the M's. Lee on the ground, right side. Solarte go to second for 1, to first for 2. If Myers kept his foot, no, he didn't. Pulled the foot. And reaching at first base is Lee, so they get just the 1 out. And that's Lind at second base.
Boy, this is going to be a huge play. You know, my first gut reaction was, I think Will Myers held the bag. Sure, his momentum was carrying him towards home plate on the throw. My first reaction was he held the bag. And it looks like Andy Green is going to go out. Alexi, the footwork around the bag.
Okay, a couple things too there too. He didn't slide into the bag at second base, and that caused Solarte.
That's a good call as well.
To change his path of the throw there, which made it wild in the first place. So we'll see both ends here. You're right. I thought he kept the foot.
Do we have a double challenge going on here? The play at second base.
Thought he kept the foot. Thought he had it.
Let's see if we see daylight between the foot. Okay, ball's in the glove. Is his foot?
Do.
Yeah.
They may be looking at that. They may be looking at the play at second base on the slide by Adam Lind. And it caused that throw to go to the home plate side. And look at this now. Is it the slide? Because Lind does not go directly to the bag.
You know, from what we saw last night in the Mets-Dodgers games, that's a legal slide. If they're going to set precedent on slides, the slide last night in that Dodger-Mets game, which was much worse than what Lind just did there, I think they're going to disregard the play at second base. And I think this is just my – I think they're just going to focus on the play at first base.
Okay. That'll be interesting. It was very close. Will did a pretty good job there, trying to keep the foot on.
So they have announced that they are challenging the play at first base, whether Will Myers' foot was on the bag or not. And in the meantime, they play the song Instant Replay by Dan Hartman, another 80s song here at Safeco Field.
Andrew Kashner waiting here as the challenge being conducted.
It's kind of hard to tell if he had daylight in between when the ball hit right there. Ball in the glove. Ball touches the glove. Is foot in contact with the bag?
So safe at first. Runner at first, runner at third, 1 out. They do get the middleman retired at second base in Adam Lind. Padres losing their challenge there.
What was that, about 2.5 minutes?
Get another look here. Oh yeah,
he was off the bag. Yep.
About an inch. See him trying to reach back there to tag it again.
That's a great shot.
One out first and third, and Iannetta will take a pitch low. The catcher for the Mariners batting here in the bottom of the 5th. Jay, the center fielder, into right center. Gap out there in left center field. Fouled back to the screen.
Hey, huge at bat right here.
Yeah, it is. Tying run 90 feet away.
This could, I mean, I know it's in the bottom of the 5th inning, but this could be biggest part of the ball game. Who knows? Padres get out of this. They score 3-4 runs. They get a bigger lead. Think grounder up to 2 strikes.
There you go. Ground ball to short. Ramirez to second for 1. On to first for 2. Double play turned by the Padres. Yeah, Andrew Kashner reducing that DP that ends the 5th inning and keeps the Padres on top 1-0 through 5. for the Mariners, and a big double play to get out of the last inning for San Diego. It's time now for the greater coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. Samardzija, 5 runs in the previous 4 games started, gave up 5 runs in 5 innings for the Giants. A loss to the Atlanta Braves. And Matt Harvey, 7 innings, 2 hits. Retired first 13 batters in a row after what's been a very difficult season for Harvey. And Xander Bogaerts now has a 23-game hitting streak in a Red Sox 7-2 win at Camden Yards in Baltimore. Well, Matt Kemp leading it off and taking the breaking ball for strike 1 as he swung at that pitch.
How big of a kid is Xander Bogaerts?
Pretty big.
Yeah, he's like 6'3".
He's a bigger shortstop.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, maybe even 6'4".
Kind of like a Cal Ripken type.
Yes,
but,
absolutely. But Derek Jeter was taller than you think, too. I mean, he's another guy that is a pretty big shortstop, or was, I should say.
When I first met Troy Tulowitzki on the field, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Pretty big.
Big kid. Future big leaguer right there, checking out a big league baseball. Yeah, you bet. That's magic happening right there.
Matt Kemp has flied to center and struck out looking. Followed by Yangervis Solarte, Melvin Upton Jr. here in the 6th inning. Close pitch, and Carnes thought he had it.
We got a game break coming up. Giants in Atlanta. Stay tuned for that one.
Lights it off, foul back to the screen.
See the Fox tracks? He is up and down, in and out, just framing a lot of pitches. Nothing in the heart of the plate, and then coming in way off that last pitch.
Kemp, who had struck out looking last time, had some things to say to Mark Rippercher. This is a fly ball down the right field line. Cruz on the run towards the corner. It's going to fall, jump up into the seats. A ground rule double for Matt Kemp, and a fair ball down that right field line. Kept bending away from Nelson Cruz, and Kemp has got himself a leadoff double here in the 6th inning.
Anytime that ball, if the right-handed bat down the right field line, it's going to slice towards that foul line. Lefties, it's going to hook. Everything's going to go towards that line, regardless it's in the gap or straight away, and well out of the reach. Bouncing into the crowd.
Kemp at second base to get this 6th inning start. Here's Yangervis Solarte. Grounder back to the mound, knocked down by Carnes. Looks the runner back at second, then a low throw, and Solarte will reach. He was upset with himself right there. Carnes looked towards second base because Kemp was kind of caught in no man's land. Kemp gets back, and then the throw in the dirt, and Solarte reaches.
Let's check this out. Oh, you know what? I think that was a line shot, and that's why Kemp was holding up. He didn't want to get doubled up if Carnes catches that at second base. Oh, smoked. Hockey suit. Knocked his glove right off.
So 1st and 2nd now, nobody out. And Upton coming up here for the Padres. They're charged to the pitcher.
Yeah, he had plenty of time to throw it, but he bounced over there, didn't he? Bad
He did,
throw.
yep.
Bad throw.
In and out of the glove of Lee at first base. So 2 on, nobody out. And Upton will take a pitch down low for ball 1. And 2 errors now in this game for the M's. As many errors as they have hits in this game. The Padres out hitting them 6-2 and trying to add on to a 1-0 advantage.
Don, remember what we talked about last half inning? The double play so huge.
Yep.
Mariners get on the board, you never know. Well, now it's time for the Padres to make some hay. Nobody out. Multiple base runners. They've got Carnes on the ropes.
75 coming up here to Melvin Upton Jr. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Here's a ground ball sharply into first. Lee will go to second for 1, to first for 2. A double play there with Kemp taking third base. Sharply hit, but right at Lee, the first baseman, and he starts that double play.
Pretty good concentration over there by Lee because the base runner, and immediately turning to the lead base for the force out and then getting back over very quickly. Good footwork around the bag too, because that throw was offline, and then kicking that bag for the force back over to Lee.
So 3-6-3, 2 down. Kemp at third base, and that'll bring up Brett Wallace. His third look today at Nathan Carnes. Wallace has grounded out to short and grounded out to second. Pretty good with runners in scoring position this year. 5 for 14. 357 for the Padres third baseman. Grabs that inside corner. Was leaning into that pitch was Brett Wallace. Coming into this outing today, 4-1 his individual record in his 10th start of the year. Padres getting their run back in the second inning. RBI single by Christian Bethancourt, the difference in this game, and now trying to add on to it here in the 6th inning. Wallace lifts a fly ball down the left field line. Long run for Seth Smith, and Smith will not make the catch down there. Scoring is Kemp. To second base goes Wallace, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead. Well, Seth Smith had to go a long way over to the left field corner, running out of our view, and you can see the ball juggle around down there. It looked like he may have gotten a glove on it.
I'll tell you what, this is a long run. Seth Smith running all the way from Puyallup, trying to make that catch. The cradle, he touches it in fair territory. It goes in foul territory, hence fair ball. And the Padres adding on here. That's a double.
So Brett Wallace with a double and an RBI, and the Padres on top 2-0. Christian Bethancourt has had a good day today. 2 hits, has a stolen base, and a flare foul off to the right out of play. Bethancourt is the DH today, playing American League rules in this American League ballpark. .276 average overall, 4 homers, 11 runs batted in. Swing and a miss for Bethancourt. Foul tipped it into the net. Line to right. Cruz going back will get there to make the catch out there in right field. And we end the inning. The Padres had a run. We're 5.5 done in this one. It's 2-0 San Diego. All right, Mike and Mark, thanks very much. Back here at Safeco Field, and it is Sean O'Malley, the shortstop for the Mariners, jumping back out of the way of that Andrew Kashner pitch. Well, his second at bat of the day, batting out of the 9 spot. He popped out to Alexei Ramirez at shortstop in the 3rd inning. Kashner pitching into the 6th now with a 2-0 lead. And a ground ball to first base, gathered there by Myers. Nice. He'll take it to the bag for the first out here in the 6th inning. On this Memorial Day, USAA honors our fallen soldiers. One out here in the 6th inning. Nori Aoki, who is 0 for 2 in this game. Also should mention that coming up at 3 p.m. here Pacific time, there'll be a national moment of remembrance on this Memorial Day from Seattle. Rookie fouling it off to the left out of play. Last year with San Francisco, and prior to that had been in Milwaukee and Kansas City. And an interference here, catcher's interference. Looks like on that foul ball, Aoki, who's got that swing, and he's deep in the box. Apparently Norris had his glove on the bat there, so
E2.
Yeah, they don't charge to the catcher. Saw that a couple of times. Hector Sanchez had it happen to him a few times in Milwaukee, 2 in 1 game, in fact. Catcher's interference.
Boy, it happens so quickly. Watch the glove of Norris, see if it. Oh, yeah, you can see it change direction there. And you know, here's a little interesting nugget about that rule. It's a free swing. Let's say it's catcher's interference, but yet he hits a double down the line. It's a live ball, he gets the double. If it's a grounder or a strike or a foul ball, he gets first base. So it's a. It's a win-win for the hitter.
So first error of the day for the Padres. That does go as an E2, and Norris blocks this ball, kind of kicked it up the first baseline. No advance for Aoki at first. One on, one out. Seth Smith, 1 for 2. Able to make that catch down the left field line, leading to the 2nd Padres run today.
Seth Smith has grounded into 4 double plays this year. Number 5 would look pretty nice right here.
Line drive towards left center field. John Jay on the run is not going to get there. To the track of the wall as Aoki's got good speed coming around from first base. He will score, and it's a 1-run game. Seth Smith with an RBI double gets Seattle on the board.
Seth Smith is using both gaps today. He goes down and gets this one. No chance, slicing away from John Jay, but his first at bat doubling to right center field and now doubling to left center field. He really went down and got that one.
Well, former Padre played 136 games with San Diego in 2014. Smith with an RBI double, and now in scoring position representing the tying run. And you get the toughest part of the order coming up here now for the Mariners. First it's Robinson Cano, then Nelson Cruz waiting on deck.
Oh yeah, it's go time now with the Mariners on the board and cutting that Padre lead in half.
Strike call. Oh, looking back again. Contested strike zone today. Both sides. Popped up. Alexei Ramirez, glasses on, will give way to Upton. Upton also with sunglasses on, makes the catch. nice sky here in Seattle. There are 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Big out right there for Cashner to get Cano.
All right, it was only a couple pitches, but the first one, breaking ball for a strike, legitimate strike, according to Fox Track. Second pitch, tried to bury the fastball in, and look at the frustration. Got in on him, couldn't get extended. Big second out for Andrew Cashner. And there you see the workload today from the right-handed Texan.
Got 2 outs here in the 6th. A run in for the Mariners.
Well, he's doing a fine job with the exception of the 17 pitches in the first inning, which isn't bad. He's doing a fine job.
Nelson Cruz 0 for 2. He's done the same thing twice. It's ground back to Cashner. Now a ground ball back up the middle into center field. Here comes Seth Smith around. He'll score, and this game is tied. Well, the Mariners come up with 2 runs here so far in the bottom of the 6th inning, and they've tied it up.
Well, we talk about pitchers being aggressive early in the count around the plate, strike one. Well, how about hitters being aggressive? This is the first pitch. He wants it inside. Oh, it was inside. You know what? It was inside, but credit Nelson Cruz for being strong and just getting enough part of the bat to where he sneaks it through. And plus, it looked like to me, Don, that Alexei Ramirez was kind of playing him to pull a little bit.
2 down, Cruz at first. And Seager hits one in the air to right field. Back goes Matt Kemp to the track. At the wall, Kemp will leap and not catch it. It's gone. 2-run home run for Kyle Seager, his 9th of the year. As Kemp tried to time that leap out there, just out of his reach, up over the yellow line and out of the yard. And the Mariners have taken a 4-2 lead, getting to Cashner here in the 6th inning.
Wanted it away, it leaked middle. Now, Matt Kemp, he's the one with the bead on it, right? I'm not saying this ball should have been caught, but it was a catchable ball. It could have been caught. He tries to time it, doesn't get back there in time, and just hits on the yellow line, it looks like, or just beyond it a little bit. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right field. Anytime I come here to Safeco Field, I think of Ichiro and the way he used to climb the wall out there in right field.
And once again, I'm not saying it should have been caught, but that was a catchable ball. It could have been caught.
Adam Lynn batting now. What has been a big inning. Lynn changed his mind in the middle, but couldn't hold up. Two pitch. And a foul off to the left. And struck out, single to left in 2 plate appearances today. Padres came into this inning with a 2-0 lead, with the Mariners scoring 4 times so far. And straight back. Last year spending the year with Milwaukee. Prior to that, spending his entire career with the Toronto Blue Jays, breaking in 2006 with the Jays. Under to first base. Myers right on the line has got it. He will tag the bag, and that will end the inning. But for the Mariners, a big inning. They score 4 times, including the 2-run home run by Kyle Seager, his 9th of the year. The Mariners on top now 4-2. We played 6 from Seattle. Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Tough Turtle Turf, the industry's only lifetime turf. By Petco, your complete pet store. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealers. Back in Seattle, Washington. Beautiful Pacific Northwest on this Memorial Day. Seager with a 2-run home run for the Mariners, part of a 4-run bottom of the 6th inning. And Seattle on top 4-2. And Matt Kemp, who may have banged into the wall on that play out there in right center field, trying to make that catch, kind of rubbing the arm where he may have collided with that wall in the bid to make the catch on the home run. Still looking at it. Derek Norris leading it off here in the 7th inning for the Padres. Ramirez, then Jay. And for the first time, Carnes now has a lead today for the Mariners. He's pitched a pretty good ball game today. The right-handed starter for Seattle. Norris 0 for 2 is flying to right and struck out swinging. Got a piece of the home plate umpire, Ripperger. The box score today for the Padres, Will Myers and Christian Bethancourt leading the way with 2 hits each. Padres out hitting the Mariners 7-5 despite trailing 4-2. In action now in the pen. Steve Johnson warming in the pen for Seattle. Breaking ball, grounded foul. '87 pitches now for Carnes, working here to the first batter of the 7th inning. Strike 3 call. Norris frozen there. He turns and heads to the dugout. That is the 6th strikeout of the day for Nathan Carnes. 1 down.
Well, it's what Carnes has been doing all afternoon, trying to stay down, working all the quadrants of the strike zone. And according to Fox Tracks, that had it as a strike.
Second time today that Norris has struck out, and that'll bring up Alexei Ramirez. Harris has grounded out twice. The third baseman Kyle Seager.
Hey, by the way, I give a shout out to my mentor as a broadcaster, Bob Chandler. Have you got a chance to meet Bob yet?
I don't believe I have.
Did baseball for the Padres for many, many years, TV and radio. Just a good, sweet man. Knows a lot about the San Diego sports scene. Been around a long, long time. And, you know, there is a connection with Seattle and San Diego. He let me know that the Rockets and Seattle Supersonic were NBA expansion teams in '67. NBA liked San Diego. Held 71 All-Star game at the Sports Arena. Bob Breitbart, great man, the late Bob Breitbart owned the team. He sold it to Houston over a tax dispute at the arena, and then he told Bob later it was the biggest mistake of his life.
Wow.
So yeah, the connection there, Seattle and San Diego in the NBA world.
Breaking ball popped up right side, and it's Lee, the first baseman. 2 down.
Follow Padres Baseball live with the MLB.com at-bat app. Stay up to the moment at any moment with game day, live game video, highlights, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat, the #1 app for live baseball on your phone and tablet.
2 down here in the 7th inning brings up John Jay. 0 for 3. He struck out twice, lined out to third. So the first 2 outs here, the 7th inning. And a foul back to the screen. Grab the attention of Will Myers waiting on deck. Padres got a run in the 2nd, a run in the 6th. Mariners scoring 4 times in the bottom of the 6th inning, take a 4-2 lead. And a pitch in the dirt to John Jay. Longest outing of the year for Carnes is 6 1/3. Actually, check that, 7. Did that against Houston. There's a liner to right. Cruz on the run, not going to get there. Gets down for a hit, knocks it down with his glove, and heading to second base is Jay. John Jay to second with 2 down here in the 7th inning. And it is a double for John Jay.
Fourth time around for John Jay, so he's got a pretty good idea what Carnes has to offer. Little kick right there, but he never broke stride, and they're scoring at home. That is a double, as Don mentioned.
And here comes Scott Service. Looks like he's going to make the change here. Carnes nearing 100 pitches, 97. He will lead this game. A chance for a victory. He came in individually at 4-1. And the crowd saluting him as he comes off. So the Mariners are beginning into their pen here. With Will Myers coming up. So a pitching change from Seattle, 4-2 Mariners. With 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. It's time now for the San Diego fans of the game. A lot of Padres fans making their way here to Safeco Field in Seattle for this brief 2-game series, and a beautiful day on this Memorial Day. Lots of sunshine, sun splashed Safeco Field.
Tell you what, you were the most popular guy in the dugout pregame with all those San Diego fans asking for your autograph. Look at you.
Thanks very much.
Well,
it's great to see a lot of Padres fans.
I'm an analyst. I call them as I see them.
Will Myers batting here, facing the new pitcher. As our pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford.
Steve Johnson, 10th game and a nice ERA. When you look at this bullpen for the Mariners, they are 10-5 as a bullpen with an ERA of 2.51. So they're throwing the ball extremely well. And if you want to get to know Steve Johnson a little bit more, fastball, curveball, changeup, averages about 89. He really has to rely on location, and there you see it. The Royals, Orioles, and Mariners, top 3 lowest bullpen ERAs this season. Now that's Major League Baseball, not just the American League.
We saw in Arizona, the Padres wanted to get into that bullpen. Not so much here against the Mariners. They've got a very good bullpen. Will Myers with a count of 2-1. Runner at second, John Jay with a 2-out double in the 7th inning. And there for strike 2. Myers has 2 hits in the game. Infield hit to second, a single to center field, and he is grounded out to shortstop. So 2 for 3 today for the Padres first baseman. Swing and a miss. Well, Myers strikes out. That is strikeout number 7 of the day for Mariners pitching. We will keep it right here in Seattle at Safeco Field on this Memorial Day. And send it to the public address announcer.
The Mariners are proud to once again participate in the National Moment of Remembrance. Today at 3 p.m. local time, Americans across the United States pause to offer a collective, unified expression of gratitude to the heroes who lost their lives protecting the freedoms we enjoy. Please join us in a moment of silence as we remember those who have fallen in the line of service for our country. Thank you. We ask you now to please join us in honoring our great country with the singing of God Bless America. Please welcome back Technical Sergeant Freddie Garza, Jr.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountain to the prairie to the ocean wide with foam, God bless America, my home sweet home. My home, sweet home.
Time now for the game summary. As in this game, the Padres jumped out to a 2-0 lead. The summary brought to you by Harris. As the Padres would be able to get an RBI from Bethencourt, and then later on Scoring the second run for the Padres. Matt Kemp coming in on the Wallace double, but back come the Mariners. Seth Smith with that gapper to left center field and a 2-run home run for Kyle Seager just out of the reach of Matt Kemp. Part of a 4-run bottom of the 6th inning for Seattle, and the Mariners enjoy a 4-2 lead here into the bottom of the 7th inning. Back on the mound is Cashner. Lee here leading it off in the bottom of the 7th inning.
You know what I don't like to do?
What's that?
If this would have happened, that might have happened. You know what I'm saying? This game, boy, you look at here, and boy, if that didn't, whatever. But there was one thing in that one inning when the Mariners scored the 4 runs, the catcher's interference.
Yes, kind of started it.
Yeah.
That allowed Aoki to get on after there was one out. That did start.
Right. And you never know what's going to happen, but it allowed a base runner. Next thing you know, a double, out, hit, home run. So, hey, it is what it is.
So Ryan Buchter warming in the pen for the Padres. 2-1 pitch and a miss outside.
Another chance for an inning for Andrew Cashner to throw up a 0, keep the Mariners at 4.
He'll be followed here by Iannetta and O'Malley, who's 7, 8, and 9. Liner foul. It's time now to check out the Cholula flamethrower. And
that's hot sauce.
Oh, that's hot. 97. That's hot.
Now, how about a hot inning right here for Andrew?
This one fouled off down the right field line, out of play.
Quick to get back in that dugout as former Padre right-hander Joaquin Benoit heats up for the Mariners. The changeup specialist, the 2-seamer, mid-90s.
Line drive, diving is Solarte off his glove. It kicks out to center, and reaching is Lee at first base. Good diving bid there by Solarte and a hot shot. Got a glove on it. And a base hit here for Lee. Starts this bottom of the 7th inning.
Lee did a nice job of taking this pitch the opposite way, down and away, staying on it nicely. Now the effort just off the glove of Solarte. We've seen him make a nice play to his right already this afternoon.
So lead runner on here now for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th inning, and it brings up Chris Iannetta. Today is struck out swinging and grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Looking at the big leagues in 2006 with the Colorado Rockies. Moved to the Angels for 4 years. Grounding down the third baseline. Shortstop Ramirez to second, and on the transfer, dropping the baseball was Solarte. That's the indication by Joe West. Crowd doesn't like it, but I think it's the right call. Solarte reaching into the glove, then dropped the ball. So it's on the transfer, and out at second is Lee.
You know what I'm wondering?
What's that?
I'm wondering, did that ball actually glance a little bit off Wallace's glove before Ramirez made that throw? I mean, because if it did, that was great concentration on Alexei's part.
Even if it didn't, he was kind of diving in front of him.
Kind of screening him a little bit. You're right. So now all the focus is on second base on the transfer. Looks like Scott Service is waiting for a call, but looks like they're going to let it go by the wayside.
And Andy Green headed out there to make the change. That's the day for Andrew Cashner. He departs with the Mariners on top 4-2. With the Padres down 4-2.
Well, still a lot of baseball left as Alexei Ramirez. You talk about great concentration. Watch this ball off the bat here as Brett Wallace dives. It hits his glove. It kind of changes direction a little bit. Alexei has to reach to his left and still does a nice job of throwing to second base to get the lead runner on that force play.
Well, nice job. They do get the lead runner in Lee. And Ryan Buchter into the game. 25 appearances for Buchter, 0.79 earned run average. One of the great stories for the Padres this year. Lefties at 0.69. Sean O'Malley showing bunt, dropping it down, and it looked like it may have hit him. Picking it up is Norris, but did that ball hit him? I thought it did, out of the box. And the home plate umpire is checking now with Joe West, the second base umpire, and he indicated that it hit him. And it was a foul ball is what he's saying. So he was still in the box when it hit him. Norris thought he was out of the box. I thought he was out of the box, to be honest with you. We'll see. He is out of the box.
Looks like he's out of the box.
Yeah,
you're right.
You don't want to look at this.
I thought he had 1 foot out of the box.
Just above the knee.
That's all you need is 1 foot out of the box. Doesn't have to be both feet. 1 foot out.
We're checking it out. Andy Green is out of challenges, if I'm not mistaken. He's asking home plate umpire to hold up the game here, and now he's not going to challenge him. But he's out of challenges, right? Had one earlier and lost it. I mean, Myers played first base.
Yes. So he can suggest, correct?
Correct. He does not suggest. And back in the box now is O'Malley. And headed first. And a foul off to the right, out of play. And on, one out here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Mariners. On top 4-2, doing all the damage in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brings it inside. And it's 1-2. So Cashner is responsible for the runner at first base, but not yet closed on him. Allowing a total of 6 hits. And so far, 4 runs. He walked the batter, struck out 3. Departing here in the 7th inning. Ryan Buchter swung on and foul tipped into the mitt and held on to by Derek Norris for out number 2. First strikeout for Ryan Buchter of the day.
Hey, that's huge. That's crunch time, coming in with a base runner on and getting a strikeout to get 2 strikes. And Buchter's not afraid to challenge hitters. And judging by that swing, O'Malley may be looking something inside because he pumped the fastball away from him on the outer part of the plate for the strikeout.
So 2 down, and Iannetta at first base. Milwaukee getting his 4th plate appearance of the day. We'll take a pitch outside for ball 1. Buchter holding opponents to a 130 average on the year. Had a save earlier this season, May the 10th. First time he's been on opening day roster in his career. This one fouled off to the left, out of play. I have to say the Buchter's probably the biggest surprise so far this year. I mean, didn't know what to expect from him heading into the year. Not much major league experience, and he has been terrific.
No question. If you were to look at the way he's throwing this year, and then you say, oh, by the way, this kid's only pitched in 1 game prior at the big league level, you'd say, come on.
What makes him so effective?
Not afraid, doesn't pitch scared, not afraid to throw inside to both hitters, righties and lefties alike. He throws breaking ball for strikes. He can expand that strike zone and throw it later to make him chase. Look at that there, fastball, and even though he missed, that's a strike. He got squeezed on that one. But only 1 game in 2014. It wasn't even last year. 1 inning. He walked a batter. He struck out a batter.
He got the win, though, didn't he?
He did.
His first major league appearance, got a win.
That's right.
This is to right field. Matt Kemp going back and over will get there to make the catch. That ends the inning. We have played 7 from Seattle. The Mariners have a 4-2 lead. As a former Padre coming into the game after back-to-back years in San Diego, 2014, 2015, now in a Mariners uniform and ready to make his 9th appearance.
Well, he's one of those pitchers where you pretty much know what you're going to get. Joaquin Benoit, the veteran, enters his 9th game. Mid-90s fastball, even 96 at times. He's got that wicked changeup, and he'll mix in a slider every once in a while. Always working from the stretch, and he can slow down the pace as well with the best of them.
Matt Kemp, his former teammate, fouls it off to the right out of play. Kemp 1 for 3 today. A double his last time up. Came around to score the 2nd San Diego run of the afternoon. Kemp, Solarte, and Upton to bat here in the 8th. Stacked up on the left side here, defensively shifting on Matt Kemp. And a swing and a miss. Now 0-2. The veteran Benoit, who has been in the big league since 2001, breaking in with the Texas Rangers initially.
That's a heck of a career, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Time in Tampa, time in Detroit. As you mentioned, the last 2 years in San Diego. Closing games at times, of course, for the Padres as well. How about 2014 at 53 appearances, 1.49 ERA in Padres uniform.
Only 28 hits and 54 frames that year for Joaquin.
11 saves that year. Last year making 67 appearances for San Diego, 2.34 ERA. Over the bridge to Kimbrel. 1-2 on the ground towards third. Seager's got it. Turn around the ankles and goes to first for out number 1.
How are
are the former Padres doing with these Seattle Mariners this year? Seeing Joaquin Benoit today, Nick Vincent, 22 games, a 2-2 record with a 2.45 ERA, and Seth Smith, who has had an impact on today's game in 42 games, 4 homers, 17 runs batted in.
Yeah, the one guy that sticks out is Nick Vincent. Change of scenery up here in the Great Northwest, and he's putting together a nice little year for the M's out of the bullpen. There's Nick, the kid from Ramona.
One out in the 8th, and here is Yangervis Solarte. Couldn't hold up. And the pitch down, he goes around. To left out play, 0-2.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
One out, 0-2 the count to Yangervis Solarte. One around again, and it gets away from the catcher, Iannetta.
Why's he running?
Now he is. Wrong throw, and it'll get there just in time. If he had broken right away, he had no problem getting to first base because Iannetta got hung up with the home plate umpire trying to get around him to get to that ball that was back at the backstop. Solarte didn't run.
He must have not known that the ball was not caught cleanly. 2 strikes. Hot potato. Got to go. Let's check it out. Change up. Swung. He went. Indicated by the umpire pointing. Strike. Solarte's like not realizing the ball got by Iannetta. Kind of tough because it looks like he was looking that way. The people are going go, 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 go. He didn't go, 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 and he's out.
Here's a ground ball by by Upton to shortstop, and O'Malley throws out Upton Jr. to end the inning. So 1-2-3-8, the Padres retired. 4-2 Seattle. San Diego as we head to the last half of the 8th inning back at Safeco Field. Time now for In the Driver's Seat, brought to you by Kia. And Seth Smith today, 2 for 3, couple of doubles, RBI, run scored, and 7 hits over his last 5 games at .467 over the last 5 for the Mariners. And he leads it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brandon Bauer comes into the game, the 3rd Padres pitcher of the day. His first pitch in there for strike to Seth Smith.
Well, got to hold them, trailing by 2. A lot can happen, but the 25th game been used quite a bit, Brandon Maurer, and the split's looking pretty darn good. ERA a little high, a big hit here, a big hit there, maybe 1 inning. And you know what I find myself doing in these American League cities, Mr. Orsillo? When a pitcher enters the game, I put him on my pitchers list, and then I want to put him over on the other side in the batting order. But not the case here in the American League.
No, he only remains in the pitching side.
Yeah.
That's it.
After doing it so many years that way, every year interleague, kind of catch myself doing that.
Seth Smith watching that pitch head away. Well, for me, the double switch. Trouble getting used to that.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about a double switch in the American League. Figuring out where the pitcher spot is now after the double switch. Swing and a miss, and a good pitch there, elevated up and away. And a strikeout is Seth Smith as we check in with Julie.
Well, guys, in a unified expression of gratitude this Memorial Day, Padres and Mariners are wearing jerseys and hats featuring woodland camouflage. That's licensed by the U.S. Marine Corps, and sales of these hats and jerseys will benefit the Welcome Back Veterans Foundation. And I was chatting with Matt Thornton, who's got 12 years of Major League Baseball experience, and he said that this hat is probably the only one he's ever worn that he would even think to wear outside of the baseball field. He likes it so much.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
Thanks, Julie. 1 down here in the 8th. And Robinson Cano. Swing and a miss there. The pitch running away. 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out to second. Flied out to left on 2 occasions. Cano coming in with 15 home runs. Has him with Cespedes, Frazier, and Trumbo.
How about Todd Frazier going to the south side and making some noise for the Pale Hose?
Red Sox off to a pretty good start. They're a game back in the American League Central heading into today's action, 27 and 24. Steve Cechek up in the pen.
Yeah, Brandon Maurer's got to be a little pumped up being back here in the Great Northwest. Being an original M, drafted back in 2008. 23rd round for Brandon Maurer.
Five-year-old Brandon Maurer. And a swing and a miss.
See, that's the thing. Brandon, it seems like he's been around forever.
Yeah,
but he's only 25.
He started here with the Mariners, Seattle 2013, 2014. Last year's first year with the Padres. 53 games out of the pen last year. One of the guys that was considered for the starting rotation this year. A couple weeks into spring training, they changed their mind and put him back in the pen.
I like him in this role, quite frankly.
It's a very good role. He's been the 8th inning guy. Buchter has settled into the 7th inning. And of course, you got Fernando Rodney, another former Seattle Mariner. Close pitch, but called a ball. Well, could have gone either way. And a one-out walk here for Robinson Cano. Bring up Nelson Cruz. And an RBI single back in the 6th inning, part of that 4-run inning for the Mariners. Start of the game, 6 1/3, 4 runs. Currently on the hook right now. Buchter came in for 2/3 of an inning in the 7th inning. Strike out and a line out to the 2 batters that he faced, and now Maurer into the game here in the 8th. And here's a liner to center. Jay is going to dive and not get it, but pick it up on a hop. Heading for third base is Cano to second, and at second safe, barely, is Nelson Cruz. Apparently just getting in there on the double is Cruz as Cano takes third base. Second hit of the day for Nelson Cruz.
Boy, a lot going on in this play, because I honestly thought John Jay had a bead on this when he was going to catch it, but he short hops it. Okay, prevent it from going to the wall. Then everybody's off and running. Then from his backside, getting it in. Play at second base, and it looks like Cruz gets his foot just under the tag. And for the runner Cano, you know, he's got to hold up a little bit, because if John Jay makes that play, he's got to retreat all the way back to first base.
Bench runner coming off the bench here, and Luis Sardinas is pinch running at second base for Cruz. And with first base open, they're not going to pitch to Seager. They'll intentionally walk Kyle Seager here.
I know we've touched upon it before, but I like this. I like having the pitcher having to throw 4 wide ones.
Lynn waiting on deck, could be coming up here with the bases loaded and 1 out. So ball 4, down to first base goes Kyle Seager. Good time now for the Bill Howe play of the game, and it was Kyle Seager back in the 6th inning with a 2-run home run just out of the reach of Matt Kemp. They're in right center field. For Seager, his 9th home run of the year. Bases filled with Mariners here, 1 out in the 8th. And Adam Lynn coming up. Action for the Padres, Brad Hand up in the pen. Adam Lynn will take strike 1.
Nice breaking ball for a strike, exactly where he wants to be.
A good hitter in this situation. 296 average over the course of his career, 3 grand slams on his resume. Foul tip that time. 0-2. No-2 pitch. In the air to right, down the line, but foul. A lot of that one. A foul into that second deck.
Strike 2.
It's a loud strike, going 2. Not impressed.
Out in front of the breaking ball.
Body English trying to keep that thing fair, but not close. 0-2. Swinging a foul tip and out of the glove of Derek Norris. So staying alive is Adam Lynn. Mauer struck out Smith to begin this inning. Close pitch, could have gone either way. It would be ball 4 or strike 3 to Robinson Cano. Ended up being ball 4. Cruz with a double. Intentional walk of Seager. Bases loaded, 1 out, and an 0-2. And that's going to miss. Batting with the bases loaded, 1 out here in the 8th. 1-2 pitch.
Trying to throw some chum out there on the outside part of the plate, but he's not biting.
Two. On the ground, by the mound, up the middle, and into center field. Cano will score. Sardinas will score, and the Mariners take a 6-2 lead. Bases loaded, single back up the middle for Adam Lind. And a 4-run lead now for Seattle.
Well, you saw the cat and mouse game going on there. Mauer trying to go down and away and have him bite, and then this one off the plate as well. Looked like a changeup. And just feeling for that pitch, finding a hole up the middle, and the Mariners add on a deuce.
couple of big runs here in the 8th inning. Dae-Ho Lee now standing in. 1 for 3. A single his last time up. And it's ball 1. It's 25 pitches now for Brandon Maurer here in the 8th. Seager at third, Lind at first. And a fly ball hit to deep left field. Upton going back onto the track at the wall, and that ball's gone. 3-run home run for Lee, his 7th home run of the year. And now the Mariners have opened it up on top, 9-2. A 5-run inning here for Seattle. And that's going to do it for Maurer.
Yeah, right down the middle.
So a tough outing today for Brandon Maurer, who departs. The Mariners have opened this game up on top, 9-2. Pitching change from Safeco Field in Seattle. Memorial Day spent in Seattle, Washington today for the San Diego Padres, as the Padres now trailing the game 9-2 as a long home run for Dae-Ho Lee. 3-run shot has added to their lead. Out of the game is Maurer. Into the game is Brad Hand. Chris Iannetta batting. And becomes the 4th pitcher used today by Andy Green. Softly lined out to left field. That's going to get in. Over to cut it off is Upton. And a base hit for Chris Iannetta, his first hit of the day.
Well, the Mariners stringing together some hits that are paying off huge dividends late in this game. Crooked numbers, and Iannetta comes out hacking against Brad Hand. They're just hitting some mistakes. Some pretty bad mistakes, too, as you look at the 24th game now for Brad. Well, the strikeouts are up there. 34 punchies in 26+ innings.
Sean O'Malley, the number 9 man and shortstop. With a swing and a miss, got away from Norris briefly up the first base line.
Well, it seems like the magic number for these Mariners is 4 because Seattle's the 5th best winning percentage in the majors this season when they score 4 or more runs. They're 23-5 behind the Cubs, Royals, Yankees, and Mets. There's 4 there for a while into that 5 spot right here in the 8th.
Hopper picked there by Myers, who go to second for 1, back to first, and no throw there. Wasn't going to get him, too much speed. Able to get the lead runner, Iannetta, for the second out of the inning, 3-6 on the put out at second base. Well, he reaches it first, and it'll bring up Aoki, top of the order, and the 9th member of the Mariners to bat in the inning. Here's the highest winning percentage on Memorial Day. Mariners 24-12. Trying to add to that today now with a 9-2 lead. Still batting here in the home half of the 8th inning. This was a 4-2 game when this inning started. Relatively close contest, but big 8th inning for Seattle. Aoki will take strike 1. Each base on the catcher's interference in the 6th inning. Her charge to Derek Norris, the catcher. No 1-2. And the home run hitters today for the Mariners. Lee and Kyle Seager both going deep today for the M's.
The M's are first in the home run category in the American League, but today they're spreading the wealth, huh?
Yeah, when you think of the home runs, you think about Robinson Cano and Nelson Cruz, and neither of them have one today.
Seager and Lee.
With 15 on the year, Cruz with 10. One-two from Brad Hand. Outside, missing at 95. Further John Jay to left center with somewhat of a gap out there in right center field here. 2-2 pitch. And Aoki kind of slapping at it. Let's revisit our keys to the game.
Brought to you by San Diego County Honda dealers. Contain Cano and Cruz. Combined 2 for 7, a single double RBI. Andrew Cashner did pretty well against them. Second one was first 3 quick 3 for Cashner. And he did quite well. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts in his first 3 innings.
There is strike 3. Aoki strikes out and puts an end to this 8th inning. But a big inning for the Mariners, who have now taken a 9-2 lead to the 9th inning. Now for the Carl's Jr. star of the game. And how about Nathan Carnes, the starter for the Seattle Mariners? Went 6 2/3, giving up 2 runs, struck out 6 along the way. Pitched well here today for the M's.
Yeah, sporting the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. He kept it down in the zone. He flipped up a curveball there, which was pretty much on the firm side, and an occasional changeup. It was close for a while until the Mariners dropped that 5 spot last half inning.
Pitcher here in the game, Joel Peralta coming in. The veteran into his 25th appearance. I don't know, the 4.29 earned run average. Lefty's only hitting 184 against him. Right-handers at 286. Takes over for Joaquin Benoit. 1-2-3-8.
Peralta, 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, splitter, and a curveball. It was about 90. Average is about 90 on the heater.
Brett Wallace leading it off here in the top of the 9th inning. Wallace today has grounded out to short, grounded out to second, and double to drive in a run. At the time, put the Padres on top 2-0 in this game, but since then the Mariners scored 9 unanswered runs. Wallace lifts a fly ball to left. Seth Smith heading over. We'll get there for the first out of the 9th inning. So 1 out here in the 9th, and that'll bring up Christian Bethancourt. Bethancourt with 2 hits today, an RBI and a stolen base. First time he's been used as a DH.
Well, be sure to stay tuned after this one. Padres Live, the postgame show. Mike Pomeranz, Mark Sweeney going to break this one down and talk about what's going on in this Memorial Day throughout Major League Baseball.
Strike, and it is 1-1. That's an 11-year Major League veteran, 6 teams. Angels, Royals, Rockies, Nationals, Rays, and the Dodgers. Coming here to the Mariners.
I think it's always valuable to have a guy like that, like a Carlos Villanueva, right?
Sure. Fly ball foul off to the right. He's a guy that was run out of the bullpen on a regular basis by Joe Hatton. He was with Tampa Bay. This was a tight game here for the most part today. Padres had a 2-0 lead, then trailed 4-2, but then all of a sudden.
Yeah, the Cinco and the Ocho, not good.
Foul back to the screen, still 1-2. Cashner today 5 shutout innings before that 6th inning. Mariners on top here. With 1 out in the 9th inning. Bethancourt bats now with Derek Norris waiting on deck. And a swing and a miss. Strikes out, and that's out number 2 of the 9th inning. It was also the 9th strikeout today for Mariners pitching. Now tomorrow, the Padres and Mariners will play game 2 of this 2-game series. James Shields against Hisashi Iwakuma on the mound tomorrow. 3-4. Shields 2-6, 3.06 ERA, or 4.33 ERA for Iwakuma. This series will shift to San Diego for games 3 and 4 of the home and home series. Two down in the 9th. Outfield set up straight away here on Derek Norris, who has flied out to right and struck out twice today. 2-0 pitch. And Norris will take the strike. Strike ball. Wow. Two down in the ninth, and a 2-1 pitch coming up. Outside, 3-1 to Norris. Let's say Ramirez waiting on deck. It'll take something from Derek Norris for us to continue here today. Pitch. Norris with a swing and a miss. Full count now. This crowd standing in Seattle. Their Mariners have a 9-2 lead with 2 outs here in the ninth. And a full count to Derek Norris. Payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. Norris works a walk with 2 down. So 2 Norris aboard, and that does give Alexei Ramirez a chance to bat here with 2 outs in the inning. He is grounded to third twice and popped out to first base. 0 for 3. Field deep end straight away on Ramirez. Yesterday was able to get his first home run in a Padres uniform. Runner goes at first as the pitch in there for a strike, and the defensive indifference as Derek Norris takes second base. One pitch coming to Ramirez. And that's outside and low. Malta kind of fighting his mechanics right now. 1-1.
You know, for a guy who doesn't throw that hard, a lot of movement in that delivery.
A lot of moving parts.
Yeah, exactly.
To left, and that's in for a hit. Norris being waved around. He's going to come around and score the 3rd Padres run of the day. And it's now 9-3 Seattle, with the Padres not going quietly here in the ninth. An RBI single for Alexei Ramirez.
No matter the score, in your favor or not, you cannot give away at bats. Do everything you can to try to get on base. I mean, that's how hitting streaks start. That's how big innings start. That's how the average starts to climb a little bit. You cannot give away at bats.
Well, John Jay coming up here with 2 down, and Ramirez at first base. And Ramirez will take second base. Defensive indifference again. Ramirez will continue to take that base here. With a double his last time up, a 1 for 4 day today for the Padres center fielder. Third foul off to the left, and it's even at 1-1. Well, to the 4th arm used today by Scott Service in this game. Left out of play, and it's 1-2 now to John Jay. Two down in the ninth. Runner at second base, and Alexei Ramirez. Now the 1-2 pitch. Jay fouls it off to the left and battles. He started with Wallace flying out to left. Bethancourt struck out. A walk for Norris. RBI single for Alexei Ramirez. Now at second base on the defensive indifference. 2 down and John Jay. The count of 1-2. Swing and a miss. Jay strikes out and the Mariners win. So Peralta finishes off the game for Seattle. But win here today for the Mariners should come away with a 9-3 victory. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?